silent city's voice. Freedom in the night's embrace. Run till you can't find your place. Eyes fixed on the far away. Hope burning, come what may. Grit keeping my soul in line. Never knowing what's divine.
Hey everybody, welcome to Texas News Studio. I'm your host, Mark Myers. I hope you can see and hear me okay. Thanks for watching tonight. I want to get you caught up on some of the latest news developments going on today, okay? And let me make sure the light's just a bit down, a little bit less in here, okay? So let me check in with you all tonight coming in. We're doing this just on our YouTube broadcast as well. Looks like Botrix is in here. Punch Drunk is in here. Jan's in here as well. A whopping 10 of you are in here tonight. We're doing this tonight, guys. If you're watching us or watch the video backup later on, I had the fan down recently, so the backup computer was down because of a computer fan. It's up and running, so I can do just an individual broadcast to you all on YouTube. So that's where we're at right now. Glad you all are with us tonight, coming in. Good to see you all tonight. So let me go ahead and share some of the news that we've got, because there's been a lot going on today that I want to get you caught up on. And first off, of course, beyond this, we're going to be talking about Trump, and has done several incredible things here right now. First off, with Mexico, President Trump has paused tariffs against Mexico after they agreed to send 10,000 troops to the border. Again, President Donald Trump on Truth Social said the Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has agreed to send 10,000 troops to the border to help stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal aliens. Again, comes less than a day after his 12% tariffs are scheduled to go into effect. As a result of the action by Mexico, President Trump has agreed to pause the tariffs for 1 month. And of course, this didn't take long either. Also, China's Xi Jinping has been prepared to discuss 10% tariffs against his nation. And again, Canada's already caved as well. So a lot of Trump is winning on a lot of different scenarios right now. Trump again bends the knee. Canada is also going to send 10,000 troops to the border, name a fentanyl czar to delay Trump's tariffs. Just incredible. This report coming in, this is coming over at the Liberty Daily here for y'all. And on this report, and this is updated this evening, what's a carbon copy of Trudeau's tariff delaying deal with Mexico. Again, a little while ago, Canada's outgoing PM, Justin Trudeau, has also bent the knee, had a good call with Trump, and said that U.S. tariffs on Canada would be paused for 30 days after Canada, just like Mexico, agreed to send 10,000 troops to the border as part of a $1.3 billion border plan. I mean, this is just incredible what's going on with this. They're also saying on this is going to appoint again a fentanyl czar, list cartels as terrorists, ensure 24/7 eyes on the border, and launch a Canada-U.S. joint strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. He's also signed a new intelligence directive on organized crime and fentanyl, and be backing it with $200 million. Again, as a result of not only bending the knee, but bending over fully for the U.S. president, Trump's proposed tariffs will be paused for at least 30 days. Shortly after Trudeau's post, Trump followed suit on his own Truth Social network, writing that Canada has agreed to ensure that we have a secure northern border and to finally end the deadly scourge of drugs like fentanyl that have been pouring into our country, killing hundreds of thousands of Americans while destroying their families and communities all across the country. And going on to say that Trump says he's very pleased with the initial outcome, adding that tariffs announced on Saturday will be paused for 30 days. See whether or not the final economic deal with Canada can be structured. It says fairness for all. Let me get to the next report here, guys. This one here is going to be coming, the same thing, just coming from the AP. Trump agrees to pause tariffs on Canada and Mexico after they pledged to boost border reinforcements. President Donald Trump on Monday agreed to a 30-day pause on his tariff threats against Mexico and Canada, as America's two largest trading partners took steps to appease his concerns about border security and drug trafficking. So it's making the rounds here, and the AP's talking about that, obviously. The next report that I've got here is all the shocking ways U.S. aid has been spent on your money. It's coming from the Daily Mail here. And again, the United States Agency for International Development, this is the U.S. aid. It was actually set up in 1961 to provide American money for aid for overseas. But again, in recent years, it's used tens of millions of U.S. tax dollars for some shocking expenditures. And they're going through some of it right now. Marco Rubio's implemented a 90-day freeze on most foreign aid to give the new administration time to review what U.S. aid's $30 billion budget for 2025 is being used for. Here's some of the aid that there's talking about. Millions to a COVID lab in China, the White Coat Waste Project, an anti-animal experimentation group, also uncovered USA funded $38 million worth of grants that ended up going to the same lab where COVID-19 is believed to have been originated from. Also, a Serbian LGBT group, another big ticket item that no longer will receive U.S. funding, is a pro-LGBT organization in Serbia called Group Izadia, which in English translates to Group Come Out. This NGO received $1.5 million from the Biden administration. The next one here, electric vehicles in Vietnam. Another costly foreign aid funded package under Joe Biden's administration awarded $2.5 million for electric vehicles for Vietnam. Can you believe that? On this one here, it's telling that there's only been one battery station built, avoiding a total of 260 gallons of gas, according to the U.S. Aid website. An average semi-truck holds roughly, by comparison, 130 gallons of gas. Trans care clinics, they were set up across Vietnam, according to the September 2024 U.S. Aid press release. Also, LGBTQ initiatives globally. Operas in Colombia. For example, the State Department Bureau of Western Hemisphere Affairs approved $25,000 for an opera in Colombia in order to increase transgender representation. Look at this, Peruvian Trans Comic Books. Peruvian Trans Comic Book Program received $32,000 under former Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The next report that I've got here, again, Elon Musk shuts down U.S. aid with Trump's approval hours after taking control of it and locks out 600 staffers overnight. Elon Musk and President Donald Trump shut down the embattled government agency tasked with humanitarian relief overseas after they agreed the organization was beyond repair. Staff were shocked when they woke up Monday morning to emails instructing them to stay out of the agency's D.C. headquarters. Another report also coming from the Daily Mail. Trump successfully plunges government into darkness as 8,000 DEI web pages stripped from the internet. Again, more than 8,000 web pages from across the government have been taken down as President Donald Trump demands the federal workforce comply with his new orders ending diversity, gender, and equality initiatives. Many of the pages contain information about climate initiatives or transgender care. Trump's order has seen web pages from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Census Bureau, the Food and Drug Administration, the Justice Department, the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of Veteran Affairs, and more agencies go dark, New York Times analysts found. It says the CDC's website is being modified to comply with Trump's executive orders, it says, top of one of its pages. Beyond that, guys, Trump is throwing a bit of a lifeline out to TikTok, creation of a new sovereign wealth fund that could rescue the app. Trump saying he's creating a new sovereign wealth fund that could be used to buy TikTok and save it from a total ban in the U.S. Another report coming from the Daily Mail here again. This is coming about Doge is going on to war with NPR, believe it or not, and PBS by threatening to cut government funding. The Department of Government Efficiency's Doge subcommittee announced that it was going to war with National Public Radio NPR and the Public Broadcasting Service PBS. Also going on today, guys, just all kinds of winning and also a lot of activity going on. But Pete Hegseth meets with troops at the southern border to deliver warning about Trump's MAGA agenda. Again, Trump has doubled the number of troops now stationed at the southern border, and 500 Marines have also landed in Guantanamo Bay over the weekend. President Donald Trump's Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, went to the southern border on Monday for his first official trip in his new role. Says the former Fox News host traveled with his border czar, Tom Homan, to meet with troops deployed there to prevent illegal crossings. Plans are to send again 10,000 troops to the borders, but so far approximately 2,600 Marines and Army soldiers have been deployed since Hegseth began implementing Trump's directives last week. And then additionally, 500 Marines arrived in Guantanamo Bay, naval base in Cuba, on Sunday. The next one, guys, going on, the black box and jet recorder from D.C. helicopter and plane wreckage reveal key altitude readings that could explain the crash. This is coming up today. Data recovered from the American Airlines plane and Army helicopter crash in D.C. Actually revealed a key discrepancy in their altitude readings that may offer an explanation for the tragedy that left 67 dead. Again, the National Transportation Safety Board revealed that preliminary data from the Black Hawk helicopter and passenger jet showed conflicting readings about their altitudes at the time of the catastrophic collision. Data from the passenger jet flight's recorder showed its altitude at 325 feet, plus or minus 25 feet when the crash happened. But the data in the control tower, though, showed the Black Hawk helicopter at 200 feet at the time. Says the 100-foot discrepancy is yet to be explained. But if the impact did occur at 325 feet, the crash would have occurred well above the maximum altitude of 200 feet for the helicopters in the area. They're saying that investigators hope to reconcile the altitude differences with data from the helicopter's black box. So it's taken more time to retrieve because it became waterlogged after it plunged into the Potomac River. They're also trying to refine the tower data, which can be less reliable. One other report that I've got related to the crash here. Hero pilots made last-ditch bid to save doomed American Airlines jet seconds before it crashed, killing all 64 aboard. They did make a last-minute, second really ditch bid to save their passengers. The captain and first officers tried to pull the plane's nose up the last few seconds before Wednesday's crash. Preliminary data from the plane's flight recorder has revealed. Says at one point very close to the impact, there was a slight change in pitch, an increase in pitch. So we're going to keep an eye on that one here. Also, guys, breaking this evening, there have been 2 Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority employees have been arrested for leaking the video of the tragic Washington, D.C. aircraft collision, which claimed 67 lives, according to CNN. That just broke as well. They were saying that was because of the phones, or maybe they were employee phones. Anyway, that was not supposed to have happened. Another concern, though, in terms of Ukraine, Trump administration reverses the pause on Ukraine weapons shipments. U.S. weapons shipments to Ukraine were briefly halted, as we know, but the pause has since been lifted and deliveries resumed over the weekend. It says inside the administration, debates continue over whether to scale back support or keep the pipeline open. Says Trump has yet to authorize new aid, leaving Ukraine reliant on Biden-era approvals that will eventually run out. That's coming from Reuters. So a couple of other interesting developments again in terms of that U.S. aid that we just talked about, guys. The RFK Jr. revealed that U.S. aid was actually a CIA front, secretly funneling $5 billion in 2014 to ignite riots in Ukraine. According to him, these CIA-backed riots triggered a coup d'etat that toppled Ukraine's neutral, democratically elected government. Just 1 month before the coup, a leaked call between, guess who, Victoria Nuland and the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine exposed that she had already handpicked the country's new cabinet. Says so they're picking the new government a month before the old government is overthrown. And I saw that over on Glenn Beck as well. I was talking about that today. Another interesting development, guys. We've got a USAF spy plane just showed up over Mexico. Again, for years, U.S. surveillance flights in Mexico have been quite hidden and off the books, but not this time. This is very open now. This is an RC-135 rivet joint. One of the military's most advanced spy planes is operating openly over the Mexican territory, something rarely if ever seen before. It says this kind of visibility doesn't happen without a deal between both governments. It says with cartel operations under increasing pressure, this could be a very bad day for the Los Chapitos, major shift in how the U.S. plays the game. Let me show you this here on these planes, the flight radar here. Just a snapshot. As soon as I can pull it up, give me a second here. Here we go. That plane right now is there. That's an RC-135. Signal intelligence that's up right now. And that's been flying openly now. Okay. I'm looking through some of the developments. Yeah, we're actually running ads again, guys. For many, oops, it looks like we froze here. What happened to my camera? There we go. Back. I've not usually run ads when we do these live broadcasts, but I'm doing that to pay the bills. And also, as I said before, if you're new or not new, but you know that we're running a 24/7 live radar feed that's always running now, so you can got the radar up. So with I'm doing these once a day evening broadcasts for sure, but the weather radar is always running as well, so you can get you caught up on the radar, and it's a way for you all to chat no matter what. YouTube doesn't seem to have a problem with the 24/7 radar feed, weather feed, so we can do that. So anyway, but again, my computer's up, so I'm going to get us going with these daily evening updates as well. Let me look at some of the other feeds and things that are coming in tonight on our newscast here to just kind of get you caught up. Secret Service agent, this is coming from Zero Hedge, DEI contributed to near killing of Trump. Angry Dem lawmakers have been blocked by security from entering U.S. aid headquarters. Russia's Medvedev warns that U.S. deep state might swallow Musk. What else we got in here, guys? There's been a little while ago, panic in London restaurant as knife-wielding gang storms in. 1 minute diners were enjoying their meals. The next chaos as 3 men armed with knives barged in, heading straight for a young couple. It says police are now on the hunt, but the couple claims they have no idea who was after them. Also coming in tonight, U.S. Senate confirms fossil fuel CEO Chris Wright is Energy Secretary. He says he vows to unleash U.S. resources. It's coming from the AP tonight. Again, if you didn't know about this today, the White House prepares executive order to dismantle the Department of Education per the Wall Street Journal. Again, officials have discussed an executive order that would shut down all functions of the agency that aren't written explicitly into statute or move certain functions to other departments. Order would call for developing a legislative proposal to abolish the department. So these are some of the reports coming in, guys. I know it's a little quieter at the moment. Mondays are usually kind of quiet anyway, historically speaking, in terms of viewership and chat, etc. But I want to get you caught up on the latest evening updates. The bottom line is, just want to let you know, I'm back. We'll do these evening updates every night again. I'm going to have them pretty much about 6 p.m. We're doing a 5 p.m. broadcast update for Rumble and Twitch. It'll be pretty much 6 p.m. or 6:15 here on YouTube. So I would normally say, check out, I'll give you a weather update, but you already got the weather update because you can look at our live feed over on that live weather radar that I always have up for you. Let me look and see how it's doing right now. Over there, I see 2 of y'all. We need a few more folks, so check out the weather feed over there, okay? Hey, there's Ryan in here. Good to see you as well. Got the quick update tonight. Again, just coming back in, letting you know my computer's back up. But I want to get you caught up on this brief update. So with that in mind, I'm going to wrap it up for now, and I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching TNS, and I'll talk to you soon at the next report, okay? Take care.